My name is Talia Wormley, and I have sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is a disease in which the body makes sickle-shaped red blood cells, and sickle-shaped means kind of like banana shape, whereas normal red blood cells are round-shaped or donut-shaped. So, the red blood cells, they contain a protein called hemoglobin, and this hemoglobin is what gives the red color to the blood, and it's also what carries oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body. People with sickle cell have abnormal hemoglobin, and that's what makes the sickle or banana-shaped red blood cells. And they're also hard and sticky, so that makes it difficult for the sickle cells to pass through the blood vessels. So sometimes they clot together, and they cause kind of like a traffic jam in your blood vessels, and that's what causes a pain episode or a pain crisis. Also, the clumps and the clotting of the sickle cells can cause organ damage. Sickle cell anemia is one type of anemia, and anemia is a condition in which your body has a lower than normal number of red blood cells. In sickle cell anemia, a low number of red blood cells occurs because the sickled cells don't last very long, whereas a normal person's blood cells will last about 120 days. A person with sickle cell, their blood cells last from 10 to 20 days, and the bone marrow can't produce new blood cells fast enough to replace the dying ones, and that's why a lot of people with sickle cell need blood transfusions. Sickle cell anemia is an inherited disease, and it's a lifelong disease. People have to be born with it. People who have the disease, they inherit 2 copies of the gene, of the sickle cell gene, one from each parent. People who inherit a sickle cell gene from one parent and a normal gene from the other parent, they have what we call the trait. And the trait is not the disease, but it's a condition in which the person is carrying the gene that can cause the disease. So if 2 people who have the trait have a baby, they have a 50% chance of having a kid with the trait, a 25% chance of having a kid with the disease, and a 25% chance of having a completely normal baby. If a person with the disease has a baby with the person who has the normal gene, then all of their kids will come out with the trait every time. So that's why it's very important for people to get tested to see if you have the sickle cell trait, so that you don't have kids that end up with the disease or the trait even, because those kind of consequences are irreversible. So that's very important. My mother found out I had sickle cell when I was 5 years old. I've been in and out of the hospital since I was a baby, and she couldn't figure out why. She couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. Finally, at 5 years old, they told her I had sickle cell disease. And that's been a pretty hard journey, seeing that my mother was still a teenager. And I can just remember being up at 3 in the morning and crying. I'm crying, my mama's crying. She's rubbing my back, she's rubbing my leg. And as a kid, I practically lived in the hospital. So I feel like I missed out on a lot of things. I missed out on a lot of things my friends and my cousins did. I couldn't do activities that would overexert me. I couldn't go swimming for the fact that cold would trigger a pain episode. And as I got older, I found that heat also triggered a pain episode. But like I said, I missed out on a lot of things because I was always in the hospital. I missed out on holidays, my own birthdays, important family events. I even spent my own 5th grade graduation in the hospital. I felt like I was more familiar with the hospital than anything else. And that was kind of hard for me growing up, because I didn't want to accept the fact that I was different, So I was kind of a rebel. Still am a little bit. I I don't like to accept the fact that I have limitations on my life or limitations on what I can do. A lot of people with sickle cell, they describe the pain differently. Some people describe it as like glass passing through your veins. Some people describe it as being beaten with a bat. But I describe it as like an ice pick just chipping at my bones. And you could have the pain crisis anywhere, from your head to your feet, your brain, your stomach, your limbs, your back, anywhere. And I've had my spleen removed, my appendix removed, and my gallbladder removed at the ages of 5 and 6 due to the sickle cell. And I was told that I shouldn't have kids because of the risk that it would be putting on my life. But in 2007, I did get pregnant, and I was told to terminate. But because of my strong faith in God, I decided to continue on with the pregnancy, and only by the grace of God do I now have a 2-year-old son named Zion. And so I try to live as normal life as possible, but there are a lot of days when I feel like, why me? I feel like I don't understand, I don't get it, it's not fair. And it's tiring, it's strenuous, and it's just exhausting mentally and physically, because I feel like I can't do a lot of things still. I think, will I be here for my son? And it's just hard. It's just hard. So basically, I'm doing this video just to raise awareness on sickle cell disease, because not a lot of people know about it. Everyone knows about cancer, but and sickle cell can be just as serious as cancer. People are dying from sickle cell every day. I've been told I wasn't going to make it to 19 or 21 or past 30. So this is a serious condition, and there are things you can do to help. For one, if you're African American, you can definitely donate blood, because there is a shortage of African Americans donating blood. And as I explained before, sickle cell patients do need blood transfusions a lot. Also, you can just do your own research to raise your own awareness or other people's awareness. Or if you want to donate, then you can donate to Sickle Cell Disease Foundation. I believe that www.SDFC, I'm not sure, .org, Sickle Cell Disease Foundation, yeah, so that's SCDFC.org, yeah, that's what it is. You can just look for more ways to help, and so that's pretty much my story in a nutshell. But everyone's story is unique still. But I do know that we share a lot, and we have a lot in common, and basically just do your part to help, and if you can, and that's it. So till next time, maybe I'll post more videos about it. Maybe not, but like I said, the point of this was to raise awareness and just to have people just do what they can if they can. So one love, you know.